Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. I know I haven't been on the air in a while. I've been busy. Welcome, everybody. Good to be here with amongst friends. I'm not going to hold you long. I always say that, but I'm really not because I got stuff to do. I really got to get out there and get on my hustle. But hey, everybody, let's see what we got in here. Let's see what we got in here. Christine, Betty, Bush people, Mary, hey, Mary Angela, Vanessa, Keisha, dazzle me, please. Hey, how you doing? Donia Lee, welcome, welcome, welcome. So I Lord have mercy. I don't even I'm gonna try to be as politically incorrect as I can be and be honest at the same time because we really need to have a real deal discussion about situations like this and not gloss it over and try to sugarcoat it. Uh, hey, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? We really need to have a serious talk about stuff like this. Um, I wasn't going to do a show because I was been busy. I've been real busy trying to get everything squared away, family stuff, school, um, bills. But R. Kelly got sentenced to 30 years in prison today in the federal courts in New York. He still got to go to court in Illinois and back in Chicago. So it might be more time. He's never going to get back out on the street again. I can say that much. But I I I don't have no sympathy for the man, and I've lost social media friends because of it. I don't have any sympathy for a pedophile, for a child molester, for a rapist. I don't have any sympathy for you. I I don't buy the brand. Well, he was abused as a child and it led to his adult behavior. That's crap. If somebody did something evil to you, that should make you not want to do it to somebody else. I don't buy the poor me. Oh, it happened to me and I'm just acting out. No, he was a millionaire. He if he had problems, he could have got himself some therapy and got himself some help. He chose to go from being a victim to victimizing people. I have no sympathy for him. And people get mad at me and they say, "Well, I don't listen to his music," and I loved his music, but I just, in good conscience, will not be listening to it ever again. And some people, well, you listen to so and so, and he molested people, and you watch this TV person they did. I have never seen a videotape. Tell you like I told them, I have never seen a videotape of any of those people they were trying to throw in my face to justify them still listening to R. Kelly music. I, unfortunately, because you know that tape was circulating, saw a tape of this funky grown pervert urinating on a 14-year-old girl. I saw about this much of it. I almost threw up. Anybody who's in possession of that, you're in possession of child pornography. You could be sent to prison for 10 years starting out. So if you got that tape around and you watching it, you're watching child pornography, it's a felony in the United States. You can go to jail for 10 years for having that on your computer, in your phone, in your possession. 10 years. Just something to think about. I don't have any sympathy for him. I will not be listening to his music. If they play his music and I'm out somewhere, I'm sitting down. I'm not dancing to it. Uh, and I really like the man's music. But it goes against principle to me. If somebody's out there and hurting children, now, true enough, he didn't do all this by himself. He didn't go out in the audience and get those children and bring them backstage. He had help. And just my son said it today, my oldest son. He's not the only somebody that should be on trial. They recruited those girls for him. And I thought about that and I was like, my son got a valid point. Those managers, those people backstage in his entourage, They should be in jail just like him. He is a sick predator. And I hope he never gets on the street again. Exactly, Dazzle Me. That's exactly what I'm saying. I can't separate him from his music. The monster created the music. And I saw with my own eyes 2 videotapes that was out there circulating on the internet. No, not on the internet. Was circulating actual videotape. You know, those VHS tapes. That was out there circulating about this man. Doing good, Betty. You molested 14-year-old girl. And then you had herpes. He had herpes. One girl, well, she's a woman. She's suing him because he infected her with herpes. So vaguely familiar. People out here with bad packages passing them around. Had herpes. And not had, has herpes. That might save him in prison from getting raped, though. I know I'm petty. But let him see what it feels like to be victimized. Fired his legal team, hired the legal team that got Bill Cosby's case overturned. I guess he figured that'll help him. And see, here's the thing about federal time. He got 30 years of federal time. There's no parole in the federal prison system. He got to do that whole 30 years. He will be 85 years old if he lives and gets out of prison. Not counting the time he facing in Chicago. That's a wrap for him. That is a wrap. That is a wrap for him. And I have no sympathy for him. Zero. 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 Zero sympathy for him. Zero. He was a nasty, sick soul. And I fought them parents because they knew what they were doing. Ain't no way in the world I let my teenage child go to an R. Kelly house. Nowhere. Not without me. No, sir. No, ma'am, no ham. The devil is a musty lie. The devil is a liar. Ain't no way. Mm-mm. No, boy, what y'all say? Yeah, they introducing their children to this man. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way, y'all, that I would ever let, if I had a daughter, shoot, a son, because they say he was touching little boys too. I'm not going to belabor the point. Y'all please click like and share if you haven't done so already. People in the bushes and everybody else. You got a child. I know I couldn't go to no concert without my parents, and I was under 16. I ain't had no driver license. I'd have to be in the company of an adult. Okay, let's just say I went to a concert. My brother could take me. My parents would have let my brother take me because they weren't going to nothing like that. There's no way, especially if I've been a girl. Mm-mm. It don't make sense to me. His attorney saying he's not a predator. Of course they're gonna say that. That's what I would hope so. If I had an attorney represent me, I want them to try to paint me out to be this a flawed human being or somebody just troubled. Yeah, don't let them think I'm a monster or a predator. Don't let them think I'm out here covering myself in cocoa butter lotion and armor underwear and laying across a zebra comforter on a black futon and playing myself. I ain't say nothing. But exactly, they better be some kin to you. And sometimes every kinfolk you didn't get to stay at the house because they know some of the kinfolk wasn't right. Yeah, Christine, there's some boys. Well, we ain't got to say allegedly because he been convicted and sentenced. Yeah, but that Chicago case gonna be a humdinger. Exactly. I give two damns about. I don't care if he got beat like a slave and had to pick cotton with his toes. Uh, just because it's done to you don't mean you do it to somebody else. He should have said, you know what? When I was poor and growing up, this happened to me. Uh, and I'm gonna break the cycle. I'm not gonna do it to somebody else. And now I got money now. I'm gonna go get me some therapy so that I can be a better person. But the one thing I hope happens with him while he's in prison, I hope he learns how to read and write. Because I've been led to understand that he is totally illiterate. He can't read and write. So I'm hoping that with the time he got left on this earth, he learns how to read and write so that he can better himself. Exactly. He needs to do something productive. He has nothing but time on his hands now. I hope he learns how to read and write. I hope he goes and gets an associate's degree or something. Get a GED, get an associate's, do something productive. Just because he's in a bad situation, he's going to prison, federal prison. Turn his life around, get him some counseling, some therapy, make some positive steps. You know, I just pray something, he gets something positive out of this, all this. He caused a lot of hurt to a lot of people. There's no way of beating around that. That's why the judge, because his lawyer was trying to get him close to 10 years in jail. And the prosecution wanted 25 years. The judge threw the book. It's 30 years, 30. Yeah, y'all right. I ain't got no sympathy for him. None. 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 And zero. Nobody that rapes, molests, and intentionally infects somebody with sexually transmitted diseases. No. Throw the book at him. I have no sympathy for him. But anyway, I want to go to something a little light, more lighthearted. Hold on, y'all. I want to go to something a little more lighthearted. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Well, he might even be the tambourine player in the prison choir. There's been something floating around. I've been seeing it on somewhere on Twitter a little bit and some on Instagram, but it's been running rampant on Facebook. And I got so sick of it, I even made a comment about it. This father that's supposed to have taken food when he went to visit his child at his baby mama's house, is supposed to have brought food for his child. The baby mama gets mad because he didn't bring enough for all her kids that she got by other men. So she takes the food and flings it around or throws it on the ground or whatever she did. I don't entertain foolishness like that, so I just kind of like cut it short. But here's my thing. Everybody mad at the man for not buying all the other people's men's kids food, but nobody's mad at mama for having all them kids in that house with no food in the house. Nobody's mad at mama for having all these different baby daddies. Nobody's mad at her for having all them children by these different men and she don't have food in the house. Nobody mad at mama. Everybody say the man ain't no good. Now, let's just flip it. He bought his son some food, which was his responsibility. Now, just imagine had he not brought no food at all, had not been involved in his child life. Oh, he ain't no good. He ain't no good. But this man in his child life, bringing his child some food to feed his child, but he's still getting heat for it because he didn't want to take care of somebody else's child. Now, it'd be different if he had married this lady and she had older children, and then they along the fourth child, they had a child together. Those children are already in the house. they're a package deal. But if you just want, y'all wasn't married, and she got all these other kids when you met her, your duty is to your child that you had with her. The other kids, that's their daddy responsibility. Now, I have talked to some men, because this is not a new story. This is a story that got remixed. Yeah, he even asked and said, well, you know what? I'm not going to do that with the other kids. I'll just pick my son up, take him to eat, and then bring him back. Exactly. So here's my thing. Let me make sure I say this right. I lost my train of thought. But here's the thing. I talked to some gentlemen before about situations like this. One guy said, well, if I didn't have enough for all of them, I wouldn't bring nothing. He was trying to get brownie points. We was at the cigar lounge. He was trying to get brownie points with the women. I'm like, dude, they see through that simp stuff you talk. I said, but I let him talk. Then I told him, I said, man, they see through that simp stuff you talking. You trying to get brownie points. You know good and doggone well. Okay. And like my son said again, my oldest son today said, okay, so they talk about dude should have brought some food for all of them. Okay, school clothes. You bought your kids some Jordans. The other kids' fathers ain't buy them no Jordans. Are you gonna go buy all four of them kids Air Jordans to wear to school? Or are you just gonna buy your kid the Jordans? I'll wait. Let's forget about the Happy Meal. Are you gonna buy all four of them kids some Air Jordans? Or when they get to be teenagers, you buy your child a gold chain or some jewelry. You pay for your child's prom fees. Are you gonna pay all for the prom fees? Are you gonna rent limousines and all the stuff the black folks been doing with these proms? And are you gonna do that for all four of them when their dad is out here in the world somewhere? All right. Exactly. She just mad. And then she had the nerve to say, well, my food stamps ain't here yet. I'm still questioning the fact that you in a house with 4 kids and you don't have no food. If you get food stamps, I'm pretty sure she gets Section 8 too. Most of these people got this Section 8, they rent $25, $50 a month, if that, and they be getting behind on that. Through the food in the street. So now you got your kids sitting there hungry, wondering why you doing his daddy like this, because his daddy thought enough of him to buy him food. So what are you putting in your child's mind as it pertains to their dad? What are you putting in that child's head as it pertains to their daddy based on your actions? God almighty. We got to do better, y'all. Mm-mm. But that man, damn if he do, damn if he don't. Because some people, oh, well, he should have bought stuff for all the kids. He should have brought, no. He honored his obligations to his child. He was there on time, brought his kids something to eat. Now, if she's expecting him to do that. Now, if he wants to do that out the kindness of his heart, power to him. But that is not his responsibility. His responsibility is to his child. And he honored his responsibility to his child. Now, if I'm dating somebody, we have a child and they got other children, and I'm coming over to bring my son something. And I'm like, I got a little extra money, whatever. And I'm gonna go on and do it, from time to time, not all the time, from time to time. But I've heard guys say, well, another guy at the cigar shop, he said, well, I have a child, me and my ex had a child together, and she has a child by another man. And so that there was no hard feelings, I spoke to the man once. I said, look, we both got children that are siblings. And from time to time, is it okay that when I pick my child up to take him out to the movies, the park, or whatever, can I take y'all child along too? Because he said he had already talked to his ex about it. He said he went to the other father, man to man. He said, I don't want you to think I'm trying to overstep my bounds with you or make you look bad. And he said, it's about our children, our siblings. And if I'm taking my child out, I'll also include yours for certain things. Is that okay? That cuts away with hard feelings. And because that's co-parenting at its finest right there. So that's different. But to say for the mama to say, if you gonna pick, I've seen some women say, well, you gonna pick all the kids up, you can't have your child. Then you got to drag her butt back in court to get your visitation enforced. Now, Kim, I understand that comedian. But what I'm saying is, yeah. So the guy in the cigar shop, that's what he said he did. He said, so it would be no hard feeling. He sat that father down, man to man. They talked. They said, look, our children got the same mama. They're siblings. If I pick my child up to go to the movies, I'm not going to leave your child behind. Is it okay? Unless you had something planned that day and you go pick your child up and you go on somewhere else. That's different. But if you're not going to be there that day, I don't want to leave the child behind. Is it okay? And then they were like, hey, they shook hands, and boom, 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 peace in the valley. But for a lady to say, well, you got to buy for the whole house. No, I don't. I'm not the father of your whole house. I'm the father of this child. Now, if I choose to, out of the kindness of my heart, to give extra for the other children, because I'm not going to mistreat children. Not going to, me personally, I wouldn't do that. But I'd be like, hey, from time to time, hey, I had a little extra. So, or like if I went to the store and bought, say it's 4 kids in the house. I bought a large pizza and some chips and soda, and I bring it back to her house, let her cook it to feed the kids. They can sit around, watch a movie and watch TV together. Something like that. That don't cost you that much. You get a pizza now for under $7, $8 at the store. Bag of chips, that's another $3, $4, and some soda or juice. You're out about $15 maybe. And the kids got something to eat. And they can spend time together eating, and then go outside, play, run it off. You're right, Kim, because he was like, that's what they did. That's how you keep peace in amongst the grown folks that's supposed to have sense. Like, look, we both got kids by her. My child and your child are siblings. I'm not going to pick my kid up, taking them to the movie, to the park, and your child sitting there because you might have to work that day, can't come by and get your child that day. So is it okay? I just take both of them with me. If you feel led by the Spirit, slide a little. I'm just throwing that led by the Spirit part. And dude say, if you want to give me a little something later on, for food or whatever, fine. If not, still fine. Because that's my child's sibling. And you never know. That kid may grow up and do more for that man than his own child would. Because kids don't forget who's nice to them. I know I didn't. That's nice. That's just me. Because I know there's plenty of people right now I got love for them because they did stuff that they didn't have to do for me. And then there's some people I ain't got no holler for them. But yeah, that woman. This is the thing, Marcellus. I see what you said. I was reading your comment. This is the thing that irks me, Marcellus. Everybody, well, not everybody, most of the people are mad at the daddy for only buying food for his child, but they're not mad at the mama of them 4 kids sitting up in that house with no food for any of them. And then her excuse was, well, my food stamps ain't here yet. You knew that. Okay, Marcel, I got you. Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lord. Marcellus about to cut up. Here comes Marcellus. All right, my brother. Brother Marcellus. Uh-oh. I know you did, because you scolded me the other week about Johnny Depp. I still ain't recovered from that. You a tough one. All right, there's the link, brother. Mm-mm-mm. But I tell you what, y'all. I'll take this off because when my brother come up, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Ooh, child. All right, Dazzleman. Hello, Jazz Care. But I feel bad for the man as a father because he was doing right by his child. He made sure his child ate. Where the mother dad is at? If they're alive and well, some might be dead, might be in prison. We don't know. I didn't delve off into it because I was so turned off by what I was seeing that I was like, you know what? Nah, I don't do niggerdom. So I was like, nah, brother, I'm good. But everybody, well, I gotta condition myself to stop saying everybody. A lot of people were mad at the father for being a father and not mad at their mother for being in a house with 4 kids with no food. More people were mad at him because he bought food for his child instead of feeding the whole house, which wasn't his responsibility. His responsibility is to his son. And he honored that responsibility. He kept that responsibility. Now, them other 3 daddies supposed to have done the same thing he did. If all 4 of the daddies were putting food in there, all 4 of the kids would have had whatever. Nobody, well, a large number of people are not upset with mama. You know what? I think you own to something, my friend. I think you own to something because you got smart parts. Well, Jazzy Carrot, I'm gonna have to look over there because all on Facebook and in the comments where these dudes are trying to get some brownie points, oh, I would have just came over there and if I didn't have food for all of them, I wouldn't have bought nothing. Or either I'd have just picked my kid up and took my kid. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? I don't know if you all can hear me and hear me well.
I can.
Okay, good. I don't know why I can't hear you on my Bluetooth, but anyway, okay. So here's the thing, Daryl.
Okay.
I understand the fact that some guys. Well, let's roll back. I think you're correct in the statement that the mother should have been a better person as far as understanding that all these babies that she was having, she was gonna have to feed and be able to take care of. And that works both ways for the men as well as the women. But as you said, in this particular instance, the father is bringing food to his child. It clearly shows you the selfishness of this type of woman. And this type of woman is always somewhere looking for a man or looking for a sponsor because she wants somebody to help her take care of these kids, right? She's not making good decisions. And if her decision, if the choices in life that she was making was about her kids, she would have let her child eat the food. You know what I'm saying? And she would have went out and if she felt like she wanted to cuss the dude out for not bringing something, then she could have done that, because most of us are going to call before we bring the food over anyway, right? So she could have, she could have said, hey, I don't have enough money for all the kids. Would you be kind enough to bring something for the rest of the kids? And most dudes I know would do it, unless she treated him so poorly that he just didn't want to do anything else for the other kid. And the only reason why I wanted to call in here, because one of my great nieces, anytime I take her anywhere or buy her anything, the first thing out of her mouth is, what about my brother? She loves her brother so much. Now, this girl she was 4, 5, 6 at the time. Anywhere I take her, she's always going to ask me for something, to pick up something for her brother. And it's something genuine to her that, she really loves her brother. So I always try to get something extra, a little trinket or whatever for him. But some of these women are just completely unreasonable. So this woman would rather her child starve. She would rather her child starve than to be able to take the food from his own father. Something about that is completely asinine. And this is another thing, brothers, we got to make better choices with the women that we sleep with. Because if you messing around with a woman that will rather stop, I would never sleep with an unreasonable woman like this. You'd rather throw the food on the ground rather than to give it to our child. That's a person that no matter what you do, she's never going to be happy. And that's why I put in the chat, some women are never going to be happy. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you say. This chick is never going to be happy. Period. Point blank.
That's it, brother. That's it right there. Nothing he do will ever satisfy that woman. Ever.
Yeah, it's sad. It really is sad. And that's not the first time that I've seen or heard about something like this. And that's why I was like, man, I've seen this so often. I'll tell another story. I got a homeboy. I ain't going to say his name on here. I got a homeboy. One night he was fooling around with this chick, right? So she called him, and I think I might have told you this story. She called him and she was like, okay, come over. We're going to do what we do. Whoop-de-whoop, So he went over there and handled business. After he handled business, she going to tell him, oh, my kids is hungry and they want something to eat. After him and her did what they did, right? And, he's thinking in his mind, oh, this was just a quick little hookup. Let me go on about my business. Now, I'm not saying what he did was right or wrong, ladies, but his response to her was, well, my kids is hungry too. And he just left, right? He just straight up left. And because he didn't really have any respect for this woman, first of all, obviously. But, and when he told me the story, of course, I laughed in the beginning. But when I thought about it, I thought about how sad it is. So for some women out there that are trading their body and trading their self-esteem for a hamburger meal or for some chicken or some Popeyes or Bojangles or Hardee's, wherever you live on whatever coast you own. You understand what I'm saying?
You said Bojangles, that got me.
You gotta have more self-respect for yourself. Because honest to goodness, a lot of, and I'm just gonna say this for the ladies, a lot of you women will take stuff from a man that we would never take from you. Think about the statement that I just said. A lot of women take things from a man that a man would never take from you.
Hallelujah.
Never take from you. Some of the stuff that these brothers be doing to these women, it's just, it's horrible. It really is horrible. And women are loving, they're forgiving. Black women are some of the most forgiving women, loving women, and for them to be treated so disrespectfully, it's just like, come on, dude, come on. But the ideal situation, Daryl, is for a man to be able to take all the children out and enjoy a night out. But the women sometimes have created such a toxic environment with their other baby daddies that the men are everybody's fighting. It's a whole lot of infighting. And you have to be mature enough to have those types of conversations. That's all I'm saying.
But you think about it. Think about the message that she's sending to her child. Him or her standing there watching you throw the food in the street that the child's daddy bought for them.
Right. It's crazy to me, dude.
Yeah. Now that child's gonna grow up and be a teenager one day, and they're gonna imitate that behavior.
Oh, absolutely. And it is weird. It's completely weird, and I feel sorry for the child, to tell you the truth. I really feel sorry for the child because the mother and the daddy should have made some better choices. The mama should have made better choices, and the daddy too, because he should have chose a better woman to have a kid with. That's why I always tell all my friends and all the dudes I know, the one of the most outside of where you live and where you work, who you choose to be your baby mama is probably one of the most lifelong decisions that's going to travel with you the rest of your entire life. So if you don't want to deal with this broad for the rest of your life, or you don't think that she's mature enough to have a conversation and to be the type of person that you can deal with, you shouldn't have no baby with. And I'll tell you, even Shaq has to admit now, Shaq had to admit
he messed up.
The best, he had the best situation. He had the best baby mama, and he flubbed it up.
Sure did. He sure did. And because you look at it, Marcellus, like you say, you have to pick who you're gonna have your kids with. My dad used to say, think with your big head, not your little one. And he said, ask yourself a serious question. Is this the woman you want in your life when you're on your deathbed about to take your last breath? Is this the woman you want to have your kids? I'm skipping around. He had a series of stuff. He said, actually, if your mama, if me or your mama dying, is this the person that will have your back as our body being lowered in the ground? That's exactly what he had. He said, if you got to hesitate or can't say yes to all of that, leave her alone.
And I have to admit, as I've gotten older, one of the things that's most important to me, especially when you're dealing with in a relationship, you want to have somebody that you can literally have a real good conversation with, and a person that's mature enough to not always fly off the handle and give some great balance to the conversation. You know what I'm saying? And that's like, to me, so crucial now as I've gotten older. It's like, I don't want to deal with no chicken head. And I sure don't want to be having to deal with nobody that I got to keep fighting with every 5 minutes. Not at this age. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the mood to be arguing with anybody. I'm just not.
No, sir. I know that's right. Life is too short to be argued. And it's too hot.
Yeah, very hot. Only person I argue with now is Kim. Kim is the only person I argue with now.
I ain't arguing with Kim. I don't know what y'all did last night.
Kim is so funny. Daryl, she said something to me last night. I can't wait to Friday Night Live. You just wait. I got something to tell y'all. Kim said something to me yesterday. It so tickled me, Daryl. I'm still laughing about it.
While I was asleep.
Yeah, she had another 8 bottles of water type situation. Kim said something to me yesterday, Daryl. I swear it was the funniest thing. Had me laughing so hard, I'm still laughing about it.
Oh, Lord, not another one.
Kim is so funny.
Oh, Lord.
I love Kim, though. Kim makes me mad, and I be so mad at Kim sometimes. Kim and I have such a love-hate relationship. Kim make me mad, and I love her all at the same daggone time.
Oh, Lord. Not another 8 bottle of water situation. Jesus.
Oh, you just wait, Daryl. You wait till Friday. It's gonna be lit. Oh my God.
Oh, Lord. I'm glad I was asleep. I'm glad I was
I know, because you started complaining at us Tomorrow.
Man, it was 1:30 in the morning. That phone rang. And my first reaction until I looked over somewhere it said 18. My first reaction was, is my brother calling me about my mom? And then
oh no.
And then the second thing I said, well, should I answer? Because I said nobody texted me to let me know somebody was in distress. So I said, and then when I saw Lynn said it better than I could say it. Why is Kim calling at somebody at this time of morning?
And it wasn't even Kim. It was actually me. I was calling everybody. And the reason why I was calling, I forgot the total reason why I called. It was something that had happened. And then I called everybody because I wanted their advice or I had a question or something. So I was like, let me call everybody, because I call y'all. You know how we do. And so I was like, let me call you and see what's going on. And then everybody popped on because I just wanted the people on who was going to talk to me anyway. And your butt didn't have to answer. I was like, shoot, you ain't got to answer. Just don't answer the phone.
It rang and woke me up. So I was like, I said, my first reaction was, I overthink stuff. I was like, something wrong with somebody. Something wrong with somebody. And then when I saw it wasn't wrong, I went right on back to sleep. I said, okay, everybody's still in one piece. They're still amongst the living. And I laid that head back and went right back to sleep.
Yeah, we did. But Daryl, I'm just, this topic is, there's so many things going on in the world. And
tell me about it, bro.
And so many people are suffering, and I just want to, just as a word of encouragement to everybody, when you're laying down when you're laying in a situation that's got you pressed down, you can only go up. You understand what I'm saying? When you've been pushed to your limit and you're struggling and you're trying to figure out how things are going to work out, understand something. You can only go up. So don't get depressed and don't get sad and don't get all stuff, because you have the power, you have the ability to work out every single situation in your life. And all you need is a resource, and you need somebody who can come in your life and help you. So just don't pray about the problem, pray to become the solution, or pray to find the answer. Don't focus on what you don't have, focus on what you do have. And when you do that, then you can keep moving and you can keep going. So that's my word of encouragement to you all on today as well.
So what you think about R. Kelly before we get out of here?
Lord have mercy. Okay, Daryl. My opinion is not that popular, especially amongst women. It's just not that popular. I'm gonna say this. I don't know all the evidence in that case. I haven't followed that case. To be honest with you, I didn't follow that case, look into that case, because to be honest with you, I just don't care. And the reason why I just don't care is because I knew a lot of young guys like R. Kelly who were just not rich and famous. Okay. I grew up in a very poor neighborhood. Okay. I knew a lot of older dudes that were sleeping with younger women. To me, where I lived, that was normal. It wasn't something that was abnormal, because I saw it all the time. Daryl, I saw it all the time. There were men in the South who were sleeping with young girls, 15, 16, 17-year-old girls. And that was not something that I did not see. And as long as they was kicking their mom some money and they were helping the mom pay the rent and buying the, clothes and doing all that stuff, the mama kept it on the hush hush and nothing ever happened. Nothing ever came of the situation. R. Kelly was just more rich. He was more famous, and he got out of the hood, but the hood never got out of him. He was still accustomed to being able to impress these young girls, trying to sleep with these young girls. And it's just sad. The whole situation is just sad. But, like I said, I don't know everything about it. But, 30 years seems to be a little excessive, but I don't know all the details. But hey, how many years has he been in jail right now?
I think coming up on 2.
That's all?
Shoot, when did he go in? 2020, right? End of 2020.
Oh God, it seems like an eternity.
Yeah.
Seems like he's been in there a long time. I don't know, but I know my opinion isn't popular, but I'd be like this. If you're gonna lock him up, lock up also the parents who didn't have their damn child and didn't go after their child. and gave their child to R. Kelly, because a lot of these people gave their children to R. Kelly because they wanted record deals and all kind of foolishness. So go lock them up too. They deserve to be locked up.
His entourage, my son said it just as clear. He said, R. Kelly ain't the only somebody need to be on trial. He said them entourage, his crew, and everybody that recruited them girls and went and got them girls for him, they need to be in some prison arms just like him.
Well, they arrested Janine Maxwell for and they just gave her, how many years they give her? Like 30, right?
She got sentenced today too?
No, they're trying to give her 30. They submitted something to the judge. I just read something that they just want to give her 30 years. And because, I mean, if you get 30 years at these people's age, I mean, by the time you get out of jail, you can't do nothing.
That's a life sentence.
Oh, man, I just feel that's just horrible. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. But those other people need to go to jail too. And I'm sorry, I know that might be uncomfortable for some people to talk about, but I saw young girls having sex with older men in the South in North Carolina. That was normal. Like literally. Now I knew it wasn't right, and I knew they shouldn't have been doing it, but they was doing it. And the women and the moms and the stuff, they were going along with it. Because I was in the hood. So, it wasn't like there was a lot of 2-parent homes, even though I had my father, it wasn't, I'm just saying. A lot of these girls, their moms was the only part is 1-parent home. And, they was doing what they was doing.
Damn.
And so I think it's sad and wrong, but I mean, it wasn't uncommon for me to see it.
Wait a minute. Somebody said she got 20 years, Marcellus.
Oh, they gave her 20 years? Because I know they said they wanted to give her 30, or they submitted some paperwork to the judge to let them give her 30 years.
She got 20 years.
Okay. That's still
racism, because R. Kelly got 30. She should have got 32.
Well, I guess, it was a lot of girls that man slept with. I can't remember his name right now. What was his name?
Epstein.
Epstein, yeah. I mean, he had a lot of girls flying into that island, but I think they just want this case to go away so no more questions can be asked about who was on that island and who was actually sleeping with them young
Bill
girls.
Clinton, Donald Trump, Chris Tucker was out there, princes and kings of foreign countries.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, but we live in a sick world. We really do. We live in a sick world, and now we're going backwards 50 years. Poor, Roe versus Wade. All these Christians, I tell you, I can't wait. Hey, Friday night we're gonna have a good conversation,
bruh. They all right with this abortion thing being gone until their husbands and side chicks pop up pregnant, or they white daughters pop up pregnant by their black boyfriends.
Oh yeah, then they'll be flying them to California somewhere where they can come and get a legal abortion. That's what's gonna happen.
Or going to Canada, these white evangelicals killing me with this foolishness.
Yeah, but we're gonna talk about it on Friday. And I sent you guys some other stuff for conversation on Friday, because there's one video I sent y'all. I think it was today. I can't wait to talk about this on Friday. And we'll talk about it on Friday, but the mama laying in bed with her daughter's boyfriend.
Oh Lord, I saw that mess, man. Y'all sent me that. I said I'm not gonna watch that.
Oh no, Daryl, it's very interesting. It's very interesting.
I get angry. Please tell me they wasn't black.
In conjunction with what you're talking about today, the woman who did what she did in that video is just this type of woman. She's just that type of woman. And I'm like, you just wait. We're going to have a real good conversation on Friday. So y'all make sure y'all tell all y'all friends and everybody to tune in on Friday Night Live, because it's going to be lit. And I plan on having myself a very good time. Daryl, I ain't going to lie, because I'm tired. I've been working a lot. I've been working my butt off trying to, do some stuff. So, yeah.
Lord have mercy. Was this woman that you talking about with that video, was she black?
Oh yeah, she black. Yeah, she black.
I'm just
and the fact that she tried to pull rank on her daughter while laying in the bed with her daughter's baby daddy, her grandchild's father. She's laying in bed with her grandchild's father. Do you understand what I just said?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what makes my stomach hurt. Jesus Christ.
Okay. I'm just saying, Daryl. Y'all get ready. Friday night gonna be lit. So y'all make sure y'all get y'all some wine or whatever you gonna drink, because I plan on having me a
Man,
relaxing
if I'm watching
Friday.
that foolishness, I'm gonna be drinking heavily. Ain't gonna be no wine.
And I might make a thumbnail for you and send it to you so you could just put it up.
Do that. Do
You
that,
know,
bro.
but yeah,
God
it's a lot to talk about.
God Almighty. God Almighty.
Well, I love and appreciate you, brother. I appreciate all of those of you who support Daryl and support the A-Team. Shout out to Roxanne and Let Me See Your Transcripts. We love you guys. Continue to share the show, support the show. We'll have some news for y'all real soon. God bless y'all, and I am out of here. Daryl, have a good night, man. I'll talk to you in about maybe 2 hours or so.
All right. And we will see y'all Friday. I told you I wasn't gonna hold you long. It's coming up on an hour right now. So if you haven't done so already, please click like and share. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you've done with supporting us, all the love. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. I had a good time. I'm still trying to upload all the videos from the Cigar Lounge with the concert, because there's big files. Very talented group. But yeah, thank you. And I will be posting some information soon about something very special. You know, July 17th is coming. So you can't run, you can't hide.
All right, that's enough said. Don't be talking. Bye.
All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace. 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 Peace in the valley.